Hi guys, thank you for jumping on to this call today, Vision and Investment Talk. Today we're going to be talking about basic principles and ideas and things I'm going to be sharing with you regarding vision and investment in 2020. First of all, let me take this time to introduce myself. My name is Ivy. I am 33 years old. I'm a full-time trade house investor. So I trade and invest in the foreign exchange market. And also I look at other things in helping other people reach their goals and invest in things that they want to invest in. I'm also a business owner. So I have 3 other businesses at this current time. I have my own podcast. I have my own motivational channel on YouTube, as well as I'm working on a beauty product, which will be coming out later on this year, going into early next year. So that is a bit about me. Now, what are you going to be expecting from this talk today? Okay, this is basically us talking about vision and investment. So for you that are jumping onto this live call today on Facebook, right, let me ask you this question. What is vision? Okay, and feel free to type it in the comment section below. Feel free to, let's make this interactive and let's really talk about this, because this is all about helping you, the viewers watching, invest and really take this opportunity this year, because this year 2020 is the year of self-made. This year 2020 is the year that anything that you want to do, anything that you want to achieve can happen, right? And it all starts with up here. It all starts with up here. So first of all, let me ask the question, what is vision? Okay, and I'm going to read it out to you and explain in brief, but feel free to comment in the comment section below and let me know what your thoughts are on when I say what is vision to you. Okay, so vision is basically an image, an idea, or a goal, shall we say, that you have in your mind, because vision is where it all starts with, inside your mind. I don't know if you can see behind me here, I have what they call a vision board. Okay, so a vision board is things that really inspire me, things that I feel deeply about, which I put it on a vision board to help me stay focused. So one of my visions is to be an entrepreneur, which I am, which a few years ago, I wouldn't even be in this position. Because for me, I was very closed as a young man, right? So for me to actually be on this call with you right now is a big improvement, right? So for me, the visions that you see is all things that I've thought about, dreamt about, and really feel deep. So things like being an entrepreneur, having multiple businesses, being financially free, family, marriage, kids, you name it, cars, houses, it's all on that board. And I'm so happy and grateful now that in the year 2020, I'm actually ticking those visions off my board and adding new ones, because there's always visions in my mind of more to do. So like on this call right now, like I'm helping people change their lives in many ways, through motivation, through mentorship, through financial freedom. But we're going to talk about that a bit more, but I just want to touch up first of all on vision. So for those of you watching, I really appreciate you taking the time to actually watch this live today. Okay, and I hope we can make it interactive and talk about vision and investment in 2020. Okay, so first one we're going to jump into, as we've covered what is vision, which it all starts with the mind. Okay, so I don't know what it is that you may be thinking about this year, what ideas that you have, what visions that inspire you, what things that really, when you wake up in the morning, it's like you get that butterfly feeling, like, rah, imagine having that house. Imagine having that boyfriend. Imagine having that girlfriend, that kid, that car, that whatever it may be, the thing that really inside of you, you feel so much joy. Like for me, the biggest thing that I enjoy the most, right, is being financially free. Is being able to help my family, being able to help my friends, and just really enjoy life. Because a lot of people don't realize, right, life is actually being given to us to more than what it is actually right now. For a lot of us, we may be going through tribulations and whatever else, but we were designed and created to live beyond that, right? Beyond that. But it takes a lot with the mind up here for somebody to actually action vision. And that's what we're going to talk about. Okay, so I'm going to go into the first thing, which we've obviously covered, what is vision and what your visions are. Okay. A vision is basically whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. And Napoleon Hill, as well as Earl Nightingale, they say it the best. Whatever you think, so shall it be. So what does that mean? Whatever you think, so shall it be. It's basically saying whatever you think in your mind, it will be. Now, I don't want to go into too much scientific evidence and everything else, but it's basically saying, right, Maria, okay, whatever it is that you're thinking about, as I can see your name popping up, whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you want to achieve, right, you can actually make it happen. Because it all starts with a belief system up here. It all starts with whatever you conceive, you can achieve. That's why I love the book, right? The Stranger's Secrets. For anyone who hasn't read or listened to the audio, for me, I love listening to audios because I take the information a lot more in than reading the book, right? But The Stranger's Secrets, right, by Earl Nightingale, listen to it. Even on Netflix, you can watch The Secret, the movie, right, with Bob Proctor. All of these guys, they talk about whatever you think, it can come true. In this year, 2020, a lot of people into this manifesting, law of attractions, everything like that, right? And that all comes from basic principles in the Bible, which all goes back to your belief system, your mind. Whatever you conceive, you can achieve, right? So that's what it basically means. Number two, right? How do I define my vision, right? So for Paul watching me right now, and I'm just pulling this name up because I can see you jumping on the live. Thank you so much. What is your vision and how can you define it? In three simple ways, right? Three simple ways which I've learned, okay? And the first one is to be positive, right? Be positive, right? Don't let fear and other people hold you back from what really inspires you. So if there's a dream, if there's a goal, if there's a vision or whatever it is that you want to achieve, sometimes we take advice from wrong people. And I'm going to be honest with you, I did that a few years ago. I took advice from people which, in their opinion, it's like, why are you doing it? Why are you wasting your time? It's not going to work. It's a scam. It's all of these things. But I'm so happy and grateful now that because of my faith and really taking that fear out of the equation, I'm on Facebook Live with you guys. I'm on Facebook Live. I'm a business owner. I can see myself now as an entrepreneur. A few years ago, that would have never happened. You would not see me sitting here talking to you on Facebook Live because I was so closed. I was so feared. I was in fear of just listening. Okay, you know what? They're right. Why am I even thinking of that? Why am I even thinking of being a business owner? It's crazy because we listen to the people closest to us thinking it's the right advice. And sometimes it can be the right advice. But sometimes when it's something that's in you that you desire, you want so much, sometimes listening to people is not always the right thing to do. Doing security a few years ago. Let's talk about it. I did security a few years ago, and I'm just going to talk about it because back in 2012, I got into security, right? Because one of my aunties got shot, right? At point blank in London, okay? And the reason why I wanted to do that is to help me overcome my fear of things around the world and just really being able to be in a position to protect my family. And it's crazy because doing security, you know, I was fortunate to be in the presence of multimillionaires, looking after rich people and all sorts of things, working at clubs, looking after House of Fraser as head of security. It opened up so many doors for me. But imagine if I let that fear hold me back. Imagine if I didn't take that step. I would have never, been able to grow those skills, being able to be in position of meeting those people, be mentored by so many millionaires and people that have made it, get advice from them. That's why it's so important not to let fear hold you back. And it's crazy because a lot of us do without actually knowing it. The fear of what people say, the fear of what if actually it happens? What if it goes right? What if that boy says yes to marry me? What if that business does well and I become rich? What if they actually let me have that application for that loan? There's so many scenarios that I could give you, right? But the basic principle, number one, cancel fear. Cancel fear, right? The second one in this three is be specific. Be specific about your desire. Be specific about your goal, your vision, okay? And being specific is detail. Clarify with purpose and direction, which means in the Bible, right? Just a quick one, Habakkuk 2:2. It says, write the vision and make it plain, which basically in simple terms, write it down. Write it down. Be precise about it, right? If it's that house, describe that house. How many rooms? How many doors? What colors? What you're going to do with it? Who's going to be in it? Be precise down to the detail. If you could see my vision board right now, I'm just going to put that up a little bit so you can see. On my vision board up here, I've got multiple houses. I have a Lamborghini, which I drove a few years ago, right? In fact, I've got like 3 Lamborghinis there. And then I've got a Range Rover. I've got family goals. I've got God first goals. I've got multi-millionaire goals. I've got so many goals on there. So many goals. Look how big that vision board is. So many goals. And I recommend anybody watching me today, if you haven't done it already this year, do it. Do it. Write a vision. Write the vision and make it plain. Around me in my flat at the moment, I live in a 3-bedroom flat and I'm so grateful for it, right? I've got so many things around me that I've created in this flat that I see every single day. That when I wake up, I say, thank you, God, for another day, because life is not guaranteed. So every day that you have, you've got to really go for it, right? And these visions around me, family, unity, wealth, abundance, all sorts of things, inspire me every single day that when I wake up at 6 o'clock, right, let's go. I've been given another day, let's go. My routine is so structured now that when I wake up, I know exactly what I need to do to make my vision come to life. Because at the end of the day, you've got to realize, for me as an individual, right, I've got 3 kids and I've got another one on the way, which I'm grateful for. These kids are depending on me to give them a future. For those of you watching, you may have families depending on you. So it's important, while you're writing your vision down and being specific about it, detail it down to you. Because when you wake up in the morning, when you are given another 24 hours, that vision needs to give you the drive to push. Needs to give you the drive to push, right? And the last one, number 3, is be ambitious, right? Dream big. Dream big. Make it motivational, inspiring, something that you cannot give up on. Like you can see right there, right? A few years ago, I was so grateful to be able to drive this Lamborghini. You can see this yellow one here, right? It was amazing to get into that car, right? And drive it. Because David Amonitio says it the best, right? He says it the best. He says, before you can see where you're going, you have to go there. So let me break it down. In other words, it's saying, before you can see that house, before you see yourself actually being there in the physical, you have to go there. Which is basically saying, if I see a house now, like I've got multiple houses here, which one of them, I'm not even going to tell you the location. Why would I want you to know where I live? But one of them is in a very affluent area, very wealthy, right? It's 4.9 million pounds, 6-bedroom house, right? I go and visit that house, which David Amonitio says you have to go and physically experience it. Because before you can go there, it's all about your belief system. Your belief system will give you that power to keep going, that it's possible. So if you desire to have wealthy things and good clothes, go to Selfridges. Your bank account may not give you that availability to go and spend hundreds of pounds on one item, right? But go there, go experience it. Go and experience actually being there, picking the clothes up, picking that garment up, right? Picking that watch, whatever it is, experience it. Because that belief system it will light a fire in you to say that anything and everything is possible. So be ambitious about it. A vision inspires action. Powerful vision pulls ideas and people and resources, right? Which basically means it creates the energy to make change. Which sometimes we worry so much about, okay, you know what? I have this idea that I want to start a business. I want to invest, but I'm just afraid because I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know where the money's going to come from. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. First of all, write it down. Be specific about it, right? By writing it down, making an action plan. Okay, you may not have the money right now. Do an action plan, a year plan to say, okay, I'm going to put £5 away every single month. I'm going to put X amount away every single month and build towards your vision. Why it's important to have a vision board. It's important to have a vision board because it will keep you focused. It will keep you focused. Okay? Right. Another thing I want to just say to you is think about Facebook. Think about where Facebook started, right? The platform that we're actually on right now, Facebook. It started with one or two guys, right? In a place that they could not even think it was going to be that way. But they had a vision of creating something for people. And that vision kept them going and going, even when they came across challenges. Amazon, one of the world's richest men right now, right? One of the world's richest men in his house. That's where it all started. I believe that's where it all started, in his house. He is now one of the world's richest guys. It's crazy to think the vision that they had kept him going. So now these guys are multi-billionaires. Multi-billionaires. I'm so grateful that this year, back in February, I was able to meet one of the world's richest guys, which no one actually seems to realize. It's not actually Jeff Bezos. And I'm talking cash rich. Cash rich. Not tied up in any other investments or whatever, but cash rich. And being able to listen to this guy tell you how broke he was, how much of a mad nuthead he was, getting caught up in violence, drug crimes, and everything else. And this was a white gentleman who grew up, who his family brought him up in a place where it wasn't poverty. But because he took, different routes that took him through life and whatever else choices he made, but it's through those adversities, through those challenges, that his vision came to life. Which just goes to show you that Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, all of these guys all started with a thought in their minds, a vision. It's all a vision that can happen. Now we're going to talk about investment. Okay? Investment is, this is a crazy thing because I want to put some facts to you so you can understand, right? Why vision and investment is so important this year. Because this is the year of growth. We're in a new decade where this year and above, anything is possible. Now, to tell you a bit about myself and what I do on the investment side of things, because one of my businesses is we help people invest. We help people take their capital and make X amount of money. One of my other businesses is motivation, like what I'm doing right now. I love inspiring people. Because I remember when I was young, I didn't have much of it. I didn't have somebody kicking me up the ass and say, yo, you need to wake up. You need to do something with your life. So when I met and was put in positions of wealth, put in positions of multi-billionaires and millionaires in their homes and seeing how they were living, it made me feel disgusting. It made me feel disgusting and uncomfortable because in my mind, I'm seeing what I want, but I wasn't doing anything about it. So now that I was in the physical and I'm seeing the place that I want to live, where I want to be, it made me feel disgusting to the point I said, you know what? Time to fix it. Time to really go for it. Time to push. Stop wasting time. And I'm so grateful now because in the space of 2 years that I've been investing and really working on myself and really making my goals come to life, I would never go back. This is why I wanted to put this on for us to have a conversation and really just talk about these topics because there's so many people out there, right? There's so many people out there. I get messages every single day asking me about what is it I'm doing. So we thought, you know what? Let's put something on that people can listen to information. It's free. It's free. It's just whatever you choose to do with it depends on you. So why do you need to invest in 2020, right? Investment is basically where you take your money or capital in basically gaining profit and return. So for example, for a lot of us, we have money in our savings account. Okay? It doesn't matter what X amount of money it is. We were always put under the system that by putting your money in your bank account, letting it grow over term, allow the interest to grow, that is one way for you to grow your investment, which is true. But if you look at the percentage rate over a period of time, you don't actually get a lot back. And a lot of people don't actually realize the industry that I'm in the foreign exchange market is your bank, the money you give and leave in your bank account, your bank actually use your money to trade in the foreign exchange market. They use your money to invest, make X amount, and then the profits that they make, you get such a small amount back, which a lot of people don't seem to realize. So what we do, we teach people to take their money, use their money to invest and actually grow their investment quicker than leaving it in the bank account. So if you have £500, £1,000 in your bank account, you leave that over a period of a year, or whatever the percentage rate is now, 0.02 or whatever it is, right? That's not a lot of money by the end of the year. I had one gentleman, right? One gentleman who joined over a month ago. Okay? Over a month ago. I taught him how he was able to take £100 in the space of a month in profits, take it to £1,000. So from £100 into £1,000. Compared to that money being in the bank, £100, you wouldn't even get nowhere near close to £1,000 in a year with the bank's interest. You wouldn't. Which just goes to show that there are so many opportunities out here for people to really understand how to live that financial free life, how to be financially free, how to develop themselves, and how to change their circumstances. But you just need to listen and apply. So we're looking at the things of why is investment important. Okay. Now, how can you invest? Right? There's different things that you can actually look at, like buying a house. For those who are fortunate to buy a house, it's not actually a bad idea, because by buying a house, you could either sell it, redo it up, buy it to rent, whatever it is. There's different options for you to actually buy a house and flip your money that way in a few years. Okay? There's other things like buying shares in stocks. So if you wanted to buy shares in Apple, in Microsoft, right? A few months ago, shout out to my prophet, Uber Angel, he was actually teaching me about shares, right? And I bought some shares in a German company which deal with basically online digital payments. It was crazy to think I had no clue what I was doing. But taking the guidance from the people around me, and this guy's a I'm not going to say it because obviously privacy, no income claims, but he is very, very wealthy and he's done very well for himself. And this is what I mean about putting yourself in positions to listen to those who have what you want, because it will help change the mindset and it will help bring that vision to life. But by me investing and buying shares in that company, in a short space of time, I made a lot of money from it and used that money to basically reinvest back again. And that is what the 1% in the world do. They take their money, reinvest, and it's a continuous cycle. Whereas for the average man, we've been ingrained to live by this cycle of go to school, get good grades, get a good job, retire, and whatever else. And this is what we're going to touch on. Okay, so those are just a few ideas I've given you, but I'm going to give you now 5 reasons why. And I hope you can hear all 5 of them. Okay, number 1, it's a higher investment return, which we were just talking about, stocks and shares, right? The foreign exchange market. A lot of people don't seem to realize the foreign exchange market is the world's leading lucrative business in the world. As I said earlier on, the bank actually used your money to trade in the foreign exchange market. A few weeks ago, I saw a picture, and I don't want to put it out there, but through one trade, it was able to make over 24 million pounds. Obviously, they had a lot of money in their account, but it just goes to show you, if your bank is using your money to invest, right, to keep the system going from the 1% in the world, and then in that investment profit that they make, you're only getting a very small amount of profit, which is the interest, which is nothing compared to what they make, right? So this is opportunities. There's opportunities out there for you to actually get involved, right? And if you do want to know more, because as I said, one of the things that we do, right, and it's crazy because in the 2 years I've been in this, right, the investment group I'm with now, we have helped over 200 families, 200 families around the world learn about investment, learn how to make money, and how to get onto that road of financial freedom, where now many of them are multimillionaires. I know one gentleman, he's age 24. Age 24, in 3 years, he now makes £500,000 every month, as God is my witness. In 3 years, learning investment and the foreign exchange market, he's been able to learn how to make money. He's now a multi-millionaire, age 24. Which goes to show you there's so much out there. People think, oh, we're in a financial crisis, which we are. We are in a financial crisis, but the industry that we're in, right, it's recession-proof. It's recession-proof. We make money as it goes up, as it comes down. But this is the thing. A lot of people don't seem to realize what is available to you. What is available to you to actually use your money to do something else? What is available to use your money to make your vision come to life? Last year, as we ended up, we registered 3 companies, which we own. 3 companies. And one of them at the moment, we're developing a beauty product for women and for men. A few years ago, I would have never been able to do that. Never. Right? But my vision has showed me it's possible. The people around me have showed me it's possible. So right now, it's not a multi-billionaire company, but we started. We're in production stage. We're in development stage, just tying everything up before the release stage next year by God's grace. Which just goes to say, which I just come on here to show you and to help you. Anything is possible. Anything is possible that you want to do. Whatever the mind can conceive, so shall it be. Okay? So those are just a few things, right? Number 2, right, is you're creating a retirement plan. We touched on this just a few moments ago, right? Number 2 of why is investment important, okay? Which a retirement plan is, as we get taught, in school, as I said, go to school, get good grades, have a good job. A few years later, you get, your retirement and whatever else, your pension, and you live off that. Which your pension, for some, it's very limited to what you can actually do every single day, which kind of restricts you. So investment actually helps you to create a retirement plan, to help you make more money so that when you retire, you don't have to live based on a budget. You can live how you want to live. And it's how the 1% in the world live. It's how the Microsoft, the Facebook, the Jeff Bezos, it's how they live. Because they have developed a retirement plan based around their business and their vision that they had for their company and the ideas of what they wanted to achieve. Jeff Bezos doesn't even have to wake up 6 o'clock in the morning if he doesn't want to, because he has designed something to help him in his future. Based on the vision he had, he created a business which is now a multi-billionaire company. After his divorce, he's still rich. He's still rich. And this is what we're trying to teach people now. So, going on to number 3, right? Tax efficiency. Investing helps you to understand the the tax system, how it works, how you can obviously know what to do when it comes to owning a business, even your individual work tax and whatever else you need to do. It helps you understand tax, right? Number 4, beat inflation, which basically means like now where obviously things are going all over the place, right? Investing helps you to understand the market, understand the industry, the world, what's going on, so that you can plan ahead, that you can secure your money, your investment and everything else, so that regardless what happens, you're good, right? And number 5, reach your financial goal. Like for me, my financial goal by next year, right? I want to be in the region of over £3 million. Over £3 million a year in profit, that is, right? In profit, pure profit. How am I going to get there? Through my vision, through my daily action plan, and through faith. Because the number one thing you need to understand once you've written your vision down and you know what you want to do is having that leap of faith to jump. Having that leap of faith to jump that no matter what, I'm going to trust and believe that this is going to come to life. Because whatever the mind thinks, so shall it be. Okay? Now, the other thing I want to cover in this topic, right, is self-development. As I said earlier on, a few years ago, I would have never, ever thought about being on Facebook Live. I would have never dreamt of having a business. I would have never dreamt of doing all these things that I'm doing now. But self-development and being around mentors and people who have what I want, I copy and paste it. So for me, sitting in the presence of a multi-millionaire who's got what I want, my mentor teaching me how to be a millionaire, how to be influential, how to create business and wealth, I copy him. I copy him. And now we're taking that system and we're teaching others to do the same thing. So whatever it is that you desire, whatever it is that you want to do, self-development is so important in that journey of vision. Because self-development, things like listening to Elle Nightingale, as I said before, Jim Rohn, Prophet Uber Angel, there's so many influential people out there that will help you understand self-development. I'm so happy and grateful that I actually have access to Bob Proctor. And for anyone who doesn't know Bob Proctor, he's the #1 world leader influencer when it comes to developing your mind and the whole thought process of vision. Vision. I don't want to bore you too much with the science behind it, but this guy is amazing when it comes to developing yourself. Look him up. So self-development is so crucial, right? And I want to just put out there for any book readers, right? Stranger Secrets, okay? Elle Nightingale, develop the leader in you, develop the leader in others. There's so many books out there that you can actually read to help you develop your vision and your mind. Okay, I hope this has been very helpful, guys. Please make sure you leave a comment below, right? If anything that I've said to you today, that helped you, please send me a message. Just send me a message. Let me know. Give me your feedback. But at the same time, if there's something that's actually hit, the saying is, if it's hit the nail on the head, right? Let me know, because we want to help you. We want to help you reach your goals, whatever it is, whatever you desire, so shall it be. But the #1 thing, first of all, is taking action. Taking action to actually say, you know what? I'm going to stop fearing. I'm going to stop holding back. And I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it because I want to live that life. I want to be free. I want to do it. So I encourage you today, right? Get in touch. If you want to know more about the topics of what I spoke about, vision, as well as how can you invest and how can you develop yourself in the world of investment and learn how to invest, give me a call. Message me on Facebook and we can book a one-on-one time so that I can help you and show you the way that how we are helping over 200 families around the world learn about investments. And these guys are coming from backgrounds where poverty is real. Poverty is real. But they're learning. I met a girl a few days ago, right, in Nigeria. This girl's in Nigeria, where in the part of the world where she is, the wage, the minimum wage is so less than what we're on here. The girl now earns over £8,000 a month. And that's because of our investment group. That's because of the education, the mentorship that we have. That's showing somebody, you know what? You can live a better life. And she lives a better life. Coming from a village where it wasn't thought to be. She's now paved the way for hundreds of people around her. So it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter your circumstance. It doesn't matter the money in your bank account. What matters is up here, is your belief, is your vision. So whatever it is that you want to do, right, it starts with up here. So send me a message. I would love to talk to you some more. And really, we're going to be doing this once a week. We're going to be doing this once a week where we come on Facebook Live and we talk about all sorts of things, right? If you haven't followed the Cave Talk Show, the Cave Talk Show is one of my podcasts that I have, which basically is real men discussing real issues about real life. So for all my men, ladies, you are welcome also. The Cave Talk Show, you can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, the whole shebang, right? We discuss all sorts of issues currently happening in the world, right? But feel free to send me a message at any time. I would love to speak to you some more, and I'll see you guys this time next week. God willing. Thank you so much.